Hey everyone, welcome to another coaster review. In this review, I'm reviewing Nighthawk at Carowinds. This is a Vekoma Flying Dutchman. It's the only Flying Dutchman I've ridden. This year I'm planning to go Six Flags America, so I'll be riding Batwing. And this coaster has a bad reputation for not being that great, or for being a very bad coaster. It's one of the worst ones out there. But before I continue on, I'm going to start with the stats first. This sits at a height of 115 feet. So it's one of the taller coasters at Carowinds. It reaches a max speed of 51 miles per hour. And it has 5 inversions. So this ride is good for coaster and stats. Good for Vekoma. Now, why is it such a bad reputation? Well, let's get to the pros and cons first. So let's start with the pros. So this ride has a very strong layout. It has a really good layout. I kind of like its layout, to be honest with you. It's got this also the color scheme is really neat too. Also, also I heard some person said it's the best relocated roller coaster look, or the best one. And this coaster used to be at Paramount, California, or it used to be at California's Great America, known as Stealth, which this actually was built in 2000, but it opened at Carowinds in 2004. But when Cedar Fair started owning Carowinds, this coaster was named Nighthawk. Before, when Paramount owned this coaster, it was called, sorry, not Stealth, it was Borgus Simulator. It was Stealth at California's Great America. So this ride, it kind of has a good layout. Now, and the versions are fine. I mean, the vertical loop, I actually loved its vertical loop. I thought the vertical loop was fun. Also, the banks are pretty fun too, I gotta say. I really enjoyed the banks. But that vertical loop, I mean, it wasn't as intense as Manta's pretzel loop, but still kind of an intense element. I mean, this ride isn't exactly the most intense coaster I've ridden. I think Manta is by far more intense than this, but it's not that bad for if you don't like intense coasters. Then I actually would ride it if you don't like rough coasters. Now let's get to the cons. This ride, oh my goodness, it is so bumpy. This is one of the roughest coasters I've ever ridden. Okay, so this is a picture of it when it was Borg Simulator. But okay, so let's get to it. This ride is so rough. It is one of the most shakiest coasters I've ever experienced. It had an insane Vekoma rattle. It was extremely shaky. I felt the bumpiness. Now, I don't think this coaster is that bad because I'm not sure if I probably got it right, because I sat in the front row on this. I only did it once at Carowinds. I rode it in the front, but I didn't really have any desire to do it again. So I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it's worse than the other rows, but I found it to be extremely bumpy. It doesn't even feel that stable either. It's probably has a poor it has some poor maintenance to it. Plus the corkscrews at the end. It's a double corkscrew element. And oh my goodness, that is by far the worst inversion I've ever experienced. It's 2 corkscrews that shake you around so flipping much. It is brutal. It is so painful. It is unbearable. I cannot handle it. I don't want to see that in any Vekoma Flying coasters anymore. It is horrible. I hate the double corkscrew element. It shakes you around so much. It gave me a headache. That was horrible. That's what made me give Nighthawk a huge downfall. Plus the operations. Now this is a major complaint among coaster enthusiasts. They say that Nighthawk's operations are the total worst. Now when I went, I didn't think the operations were that bad. Call me stupid on that. I know it's an unpopular opinion, but I didn't think the operations were that bad. I mean, yes, they were bad, but they weren't unbearable. I've seen much worse operations than this. Take, for instance, Guazia Busch Gardens. That had terrible operations. Now, I haven't been to Six Flags America yet, and I'm planning to go this summer. So, catch me if you're any fans of watching this, catch me there. When I go, I'll give out dates and stuff. But and I know that park has a Vekoma Flying Dutchman, so that'll be neat. I heard that one's by far superior to this, along with Firehawk at Kings Island, which I have no plans to go to Kings Island yet. I'm trying to get there though. So anyways, yeah, Nighthawk, Nighthawk not too shabby at operations. I mean, from what I've heard from Coaster Studios, when you went, there was only running one train on this. I found it to be running 2 trains on Nighthawk, which I thought that was amazing. So I'm pretty sure you must have gone on a bad day for Nighthawk, and I went probably on a good day. Because I found the coasters at Carowinds to be running super well. So Nighthawk was probably on a good day, and I just went on a good day at Carowinds. Okay, so let's get to the ride experience. So this is the video of the ride. Video credits goes to you, Coaster Fanatic. Video credits go to you. So first up, you make a turn and then get to a lift hill, which this lift hill slow. Okay, so then the turn doesn't show. But anyways, you make a little tilt, a weird tilting version, and you start. So you go from your back to your stomach, and you make a little curve drop, and then you go to your first bank. This is a fun bank. I enjoyed it, and you're over water, so it's beautiful as heck. So then you make another twisting version to your back, and then you enter. This is my favorite part of the ride, the vertical loop. Wow, I love this element. It was a really nice element of the ride. So then you get into this another twisting element, and to your stomach again, and then guess what happens again? Another twisty element, which you're on your back again. And then this is the worst part of the ride, corkscrews. Ew, I do not like this element. The double corkscrews are horrible. I wish the ride could have ended from that element. So then you make a right turn into the final brake run, and then another left turn into the station. So that's the ride elements on Afterburn. So overall, what do I think of Nighthawk? I think it's an okay roller coaster. It's not great, but I think it's a good roller coaster. I don't hate Nighthawk, but I do not love it. I like it, but I don't love it. So Nighthawk's final score, I'm giving it a 5.5 out of 10. This is an okay roller coaster, I gotta say. I don't hate it. It wasn't too bad for me, but I don't think it's that bad. But I don't like it. I don't love it. I like it, but I don't love it. So that's pretty much my opinions on Nighthawk. I want to hear your opinions. Are you a Nighthawk hater? Are you not? Do you kind of agree with me? I want to know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next time on Theme Park Guy Productions.